Hi, it's me, Chris Colley. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Rochester Hills, Michigan. And today we're going to continue our little Christmas in July, if you will. And we are going to celebrate with tags. I love this stamp set because you can use it for so many things. Birthdays, Christmas, let's celebrate, could be graduation, all kinds of different things. Plus, it comes with these great dies. It doesn't come with them, but you can order them, and they coordinate with this stamp set. So you have this great die that you can fold over and use like on a bag, or you can cut it in half like we did today. It has two little hearts that layer, some candles. Here's some more candles. These have dots, those have stripes, a little snowflake, a banner, a balloon. Here they have another big tag, a circle, a rectangle. These are kind of stitched to look kind of fancy. This one you can put down at the bottom. All kinds of beautiful dies. And we're actually going to be using a couple of them today. We're going to use a little banner, and we're going to use the mitten. And we're going to make an adorable Christmas card. Okay, so we're going to start off with a piece of thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, and I have, I'm gonna get rid of that sticky there before I set something in it and it gets all stuck. I have scored the 8.5 inch side at 4.25. So I am just gonna fold and burnish that score line. And then I am going to add a piece of cardstock on top. This is the Lost Lagoon side is the one that we're going to use. This is a 6x6 pack of designer series paper, and it has basic. Well, let me grab it because it's a kind of a really pretty pack. It's a 6x6 pack. And it's called Inked Botanicals. So it's called Inked Botanicals, and it has some really cool patterns to it. This one is just kind of flowery, but you have that really pretty plaid. I love the color combos in it. So that peach and coral is just beautiful. But then on the other side, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that will coordinate really good with your coral too. So really, really pretty pack of 6x6 paper. And it'll be good even in the fall. Look at the fall leaves on that one. Isn't that gorgeous? I can't wait to use it in the fall. And then they have these big flowers with it and those circles. Just a really pretty pack of paper. And I do hope that you guys stocked up on our DSP in June when it was all on sale. It was such a great opportunity to grab some of these deals. And our designer series paper is so amazing. I have the hardest time trying to decide which side of the paper I actually want to use because both of them are so gorgeous. So I am just going to put my Stampin' Seal all the way around this. And I cut my paper 5.5 by 4.25, so it would cover the whole card front. You can add a little bit of a white trim around yours if you want to, but I kind of wanted to make it all this color. So I have a piece of scrap paper here, and we are going to be stamping in Lost Lagoon. And again, we're just going to flip it open like a compact, and I'm going to take the mitten and just kind of ink it up. And I'm not going to worry about if I have a little bit of ring around my rubber or not, because I am going to cut these out. Okay. We're going to use our die cuts and cut them right out. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. And then I'm going to add our sentiment that's going to say, be jolly. right down there at the bottom. And again, we're going to cut that one out. That's the cool thing with all the coordinating dies, is that you don't have to spend time doing fancy cutting, right? And we also use the snowflake die in that stamp set, and we cut some snowflakes with that sparkle paper. I think that's going to be really pretty with our sparkly ribbon. So I'm just going to bring in my little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and crank it through here. I leave my plates stored halfway through the machine so they don't get a big bubble in the middle of them. So I am going to put my stamped images on there. And I'm going to look for where I put my dies. Here we go. And one more. Okay, so I'm going to put my die right over top of my stamped image. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same with the stamped image down here that has my words. Only with that one, I think I'm actually going to put a little piece of Post-it tape on there so that it doesn't move, because I do want that to be kind of exact there. So I think I'll start with that one and put my Post-it tape right on top. I'm not sure. I need to get it where I can see it, because I'm not sure that is going right on top of my image. There we go. It is on top now, for sure. And I'm going to put a little bit of, I guess I'm going to use a smaller Post-it note to hold both of them in place, because I don't want either of them to be like moving around. So I'm going to line my die up with my images and then just kind of slap a piece of Post-it tape or Post-it note right on top of it. And let's get my little mitten back in here. Sometimes when I go to put my my top tray on there, I'll knock those around a little bit. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen and I get a good image cut out there. And when you're using this little machine, you want these plates to make sort of like an E. If you can see, it comes out, goes in, comes out. So kind of like the letter E when you put it through here. And I can see. Okay. Now, I'm just going to slide it through. And once it starts, I'm going to put my hand right on the top of my machine just to give it a little more stability as it's going through there. If you hear those cracks, don't worry about it. It's like when you get old and you sit for too long and you stand up and everything gets all creaky, right? Okay, so we have our Be Jolly words. And then we have our mitten. And we're going to cut out one more mitten, because we're going to use 2 mittens on our card. So I'm going to again put that in here and put it right over top of my image and just add my little Post-it to keep it in place. So that Post-it's not very sticky, is it? There we go. And then I'm going to put my top plate on and we're going to go back through. Hold on up here. There we go with the creaking. Like my bones after I've sat too long. Okay. And this little machine, you guys, just folds up on each side and makes it very compact for traveling and storing. Okay. And I have a little magnetic board here that I'm going to throw my die cuts on so they don't get lost. I'm going to toss this piece of paper. Okay, I think we're ready. I am going to start by taking a piece of my gold ribbon. This is ribbon that is like gold on one side, really super shiny, and then it has a little bit of vanilla or white on the other side. This comes in a 2-pack with gold and silver, and it's called Gold and Silver 1/8 inch Trim Combo Pack. And I'm going to be combining that today with this pack of festive pearls. And the pearls come in a red, a kind of green. It looks to me more like a Lost Lagoon, so that's what we're going to use today. And then a silver and a gold. So lots of options here. They're just like little tiny colored pearls. So I'm going to cut a piece of this. I don't know. Let's try about... Let's go about here. And I'm going to feed it through this little tag. This is the tag die, and it was the big one that I just shared with you. And I cut it in half because I only wanted to use half of it for this card. So I'm going to take my ribbon, fold it in half. I'm going to put it through, and you can do double this up if you want to. On the sample I'm going to share with you, I did double it up. But on this one, I'm just going to use 2 of them. And then I'm going to bring this like loop through and put both ends of my ribbon through the loop. Okay? Just like that. And then I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to put it around there and tie it in a ribbon, just because I think that's going to be kind of a really cute look for this. So I'm going to tie it up about right here. And probably if you stuck this down first, it would be a little bit easier than what I am making it look. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my foam adhesive strips and use them to kind of lift this tag up a little bit. You can use your dimensionals if you prefer. This is just going to give it a little bit more of a more hold there than putting dimensionals all the way around it. So it does work the same way as our dimensionals. You just peel off the back. It's sticky on both sides. And I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle. Okay. Oh, got it on there right. And it's easiest for me to tie upside down. So I'm just going to tie this bow upside down and then kind of make it a good size. And like I said, if you don't want to put the bow on there, you don't have to. I just kind of thought it looked kind of cute with the bow on there. So let's turn it back the right way now. I'm just going to kind of pull my bow out a little bit. I'm going to trim my edges up. Guess I need a sharper pair of scissors. And I'm going to trim the top as long as I have my scissors in here trimming. And when you kind of let that ribbon do what it wants, you have the white side here and then again down here. So you get to see both of the vanilla part of it and the other part. I gotta bring in some, my good ribbon scissors here. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that looks very pretty. And I am going to bring in some mini dimensionals. And I'm going to put those right in the center of our snowflake. And it might be a little bit big. I think I can make that work. If you're really particular, you may want to cut these in half, but I think that they're kind of like the perfect size for that. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these at the top in the corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here in the bottom at the corner. Okay. And just kind of like right there. Let's get this ribbon out of the way. And then I'm going to bring in my mittens, and this one I am going to tape flat, and I'm just going to use my regular Stampin' Seal for that. I'm going to put it right over the bottom of that snowflake. And then this one I am going to put on some regular dimensionals. Just going to put about 3 on there. One at the top, one at the bottom, and one in the thumb. And we'll pop the backs off those. There we go. And we're just going to kind of do that. And then I'm just going to take my Stampin' Seal and put it right across my sentiment. And that's going to go, oh, look at there. That's just right in the middle, like that. You know, actually, I think I might like it over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that with it. Okay, and then I'm going to put a dimensional. I'm going to use a mini dimensional over here just to lift up that end a little bit, since I changed my mind and I'm not going to adhere it right on top of the mitten. This part, I'm going to just stick a little dimensional under there. Okay, there we go. How is that for a quick and fun Christmas card? And here it is with the different patterned paper in the background, and I did double up my ribbon up here. So you have 2 different really cute cards using the same designer series paper pack, and just a little bit different of a thread or ribbon. And let me just throw some of these. Let's do gold for this one, since we did the Lost Lagoon for the other one. Let's put some gold on here. We can see which one we like best. I hate to really ever make 2 cards exactly the same. So there we go. How's that, you guys? Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you'll be back in the rubber room soon. Bye-bye.